I'm Anastasia, and this is something that helped me. I know every story is different, but I hope that in this you can find something to help you as well. Best of luck.
Before Ben was diagnosed, as we were going through the process of testing and trying to get to the bottom of what was going on, we bribed him for every poke and prick and test and uncomfortable thing he had to endure. We bribed him through his hospital stay, through recovery, through rehab at the hospital, and at the time, it seemed to be the only thing that we could do. He had to do these things that were uncomfortable, unpleasant, painful, but entirely necessary. He had to do them, and he was 9, so he was big and could make his own choices. So we had to find a way to get him on board. And for us, this was the only way that we could think of to avoid a power struggle and just get him on board with us. It really worked. But over time, it started to be problematic. Also, once we got home and he was later in this journey, I found that I was often soothing both of our fears with a trip to the store. We would stop at the store every time before our hospital visit and every time after our hospital visit. And when you're going twice a week, every single week, you can't have 2 shopping trips twice a week, every single week, living on my income and stay in a healthy place. So for us, I didn't find it fast, but it became problematic fast. I found it out later. Anyway, this behavior can get out of control really, really quickly. So for me, at a time that I had to delegate all of my work out, so my income stopped, and I started spending like crazy, it really caused a lot of trouble for us. It can be so tempting to overspend. I have to say, finding things that I enjoy that don't cost money was a great step in the right direction. And helping my son cope with medical things without always needing a bribe or reward has been a process, but one that I think will have great benefits in the long run. If you find yourself getting caught in that trap of trying to buy your happiness, take a minute to think about, what do you enjoy that has no financial cost? And this is something I would ask you, please share in the comments. Some of these things we may like too. Some of them we may not have thought about. What is a free activity that you enjoy taking part of? What is a free gift that you can give yourself? My kids laugh, but I really enjoy giving myself a peaceful evening by turning an ocean video on YouTube with my most peaceful, quiet music gently playing in the background over the sound of the waves, and just taking a few minutes just to relax on my fake ocean trip. As ridiculous as it sounds, this really calms me and it really brings me joy. It doesn't matter how silly it may sound to anybody else. What can bring you joy? Think about it. Write it out in your journal. And I really would appreciate it if you share at least 1 or 2. Share an idea with us. I would love to hear what everybody else does to bring them joy, because to be honest, the ocean trip is my very best one, but I'm about ready. It'd be nice to have another one in backup. But anyway, it is very important to find ways to reward myself and to give myself a break that don't cost money. And I imagine most people will find this same thing as they embark on medical journeys. So I hope you'll find some that you like.
It used to really bother me. Every single person would say, I don't know how you do it. And for me, I realized the answer is 1 day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time. People would say, I could never do that. Yes, you could, and you will. The journey is long and bumpy, but keep taking those tiny steps, and you can do this. I promise. Whatever is standing in front of you today, you can get through it.